Hi everyone. I'm doing a summary of the classroom management workshops that we did. I will also attach the Padlets that went with them. So classroom management, the first part we did was we explored behaviors in the classroom. And what we did was we explored on the Padlet behaviors that drove us crazy to get our minds on. And people had things refusing to work with certain students in group work, refusing to listen. We all looked at the different behaviors that drove us crazy, and we recognized, and then we started to label them, whether we felt that they were minor, major, or moderate behaviors in the classroom. And we thought refusing to listen could be a major. We thought that distracting others could be a moderate. Then we looked at the definitions of what was a definition of minor behavior, moderate, and major. And we discovered that the definition basically talked about the frequency of the behavior and the harm that it might do. For instance, not doing your homework could be a major if it continues and continues, despite help from the parents and the teachers to get it done. And we also discussed that fact major behaviors that do harm to others or themselves need to be brought to the office right away. So then we also read strategies on how to respond to minor, major, and moderate behaviors. And we talked about response to intervention. And there's a add-on in the Padlet that I included that gives you a pyramid, almost like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And I've kind of made it here, response to intervention. Basically, the strategies you use, like calling a student's name, encouraging them. There's 12 strategies under minor that you can read about. 80% of your students will respond to that intervention, and they'll get back on track. Often, if it becomes frequently, they keep calling out, etc., they're not listening to your 12 strategies you've used. There are another 8 strategies in how to get them to be more on task. And they involve 15% of your students may be involved in moderate behaviors, and they may involve having a timeout. It may involve having a think paper. There's many strategies you can use. The major behaviors where they do harm and they don't stop the behaviors, it's usually 5% of your class, even though they're not responding to your intervention, and they need to have interventions from the social worker, outside school supports, parents, and principal to get the behaviors to stop. The last thing we did was we talked about our beliefs about behavior. And you can read those as well. Main thing is you need to believe that all kids can behave it. There's usually a reason behind their behaviors. All kids are capable of success. And you need to believe that the choice students make is the behavior. All kids are not bad. It's just the choices they make. The second part we did was looking at proactive things we can do in the classroom to approach classroom management. And there's proactive approach that we are in control of. And there's 5 areas. Creating a safe physical environment, and I've posted them here so you can read more strategies about them and read what it's all about. But the physical environment, meaning keeping the class so that they're socially distances, they can socialize, putting them in groups, thinking about how your groups are put together, making sure they're not knocking into each other as they're walking around your classroom for traffic flow. Many ideas are given in creating physical environment to set your classroom up for success. Reinforcing positive behaviors is another proactive approach you can have, how you talk to the kids, how you set the expectations for each lesson. These are the behaviors we're looking for. The thing to remember about reinforcing positive behaviors is if you want a behavior, you need to teach the behavior. Establishing rules and routines, and you can do those together with the students, co-construct them, so we all know how we're expected to behave in the classroom. Lesson momentum and flow, you're very clear on because you've been making sure that your lessons involve movement, the fact that students can see, hear, say it, feel it, and do it. That will make your lesson momentum and flow engage your students. And the last piece is creating a positive classroom environment, climate-wise, and that's greeting them at the door, saying hi, always being positive. We are actors as teachers. It's important that we always are positive in helping students be the best that they can be. I hope that's helpful, and I'll attach also the Padlets so you can take a look at those too. Thank you.